Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. We've got a spanner in the works, today. It's gone a bit pear-shaped, things have gone left a little bit. I mean, that is part and parcel of a Chelsea transfer window. We never get things completely smoothly. We eventually get what we want, but it's always a bumpy ride. And today is the first bump in the race for Hakimi. We're going to get into the nitty gritty, but before I do, I want to let you guys know today's video is brought to you and sponsored by the OneFootball app. Make sure you check out the link in the description. Check out the OneFootball app. All of your latest news, all of your latest updates in relation to the team you support or the country you're following or the Euros, Copa America, news to the Premier League season coming up in August or the transfer window, whatever you need to know, it's in the OneFootball app. So make sure you hit the link in the description, download the OneFootball app and enjoy. Now, as you can see, I'm kitted out, ready for England versus Scotland. Come on, England. Come on, bring it home. Bring it home. Anyway, we're going to get to that later on, so make sure you're following me on Twitch as I'm doing a watch-along for England versus Scotland there. And I'll post my match review for that game here as a second video for today. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled for all of that. Now, let's get into this madness because, yeah, I did not see this coming. I'll be honest, I didn't see this coming. But PSG have woken up. We thought they were down and out for the count, and we thought that they weren't going to bother, and we thought that their links with Serge Aurier and, you know, whoever is going to deter them from coming for Hakimi. But today, we've got some updates. I'm going to read through all the updates and then we'll dive into a little bit of analysis and what I think about it all. So let's start off with the latest, thanks to Simon Phillips, but he has quoted the BBC article written by Simon Stone that was published about, just under an hour from the time of this recording. So we'll have a look. Check this out. Chelsea have made a bid in the region of 60 million euros for Achraf Hakimi with Marcus Alonso as part of the deal. PSG have also made an inquiry for Hakimi, and whilst Chelsea are favourites, it is not completely out of the question PSG could return with a higher bid. And the article was explained, later on, explaining exactly what was going on. Chelsea and PSG interested in Inter Milan defender. The article goes on to explain exactly what is up with the fact that Chelsea have made a bid with Marcus Alonso, but Inter Milan want or prefer a cash-only deal. So that has sent things a little bit pear-shaped. But we've got more updates to give you. Let's jump into those updates, and again, we can really dive into the detail afterwards. So this is what, again, Simon Phillips has mentioned from the news that he knows about. Check this out. So Simon Phillips says, as we said in this, PSG was Hakimi's preference, but they had gone quiet, and Hakimi was more than happy going to Chelsea. I've said before, preliminary terms were agreed with both clubs. If PSG have come back in these last couple hours, then the decision will be with Inter Milan. Simon Phillips goes on to mention, it all depends what deal they want for Hakimi. He will happily go to either club. There is a race on now. We will see which club wants to pay the money or offer the best deal to sign him. Some of you are probably thinking, okay, well, Younes, what is going on in terms of PSG then? What have they actually done? Why are they all of a sudden in the race? Well, let's check the latest. And this has all come from Mohamed Bouhafsi. Mohamed Bouhafsi is a top French-based journalist. I think he works for RMC Sport, which is a big French sports channel. But his links are quite reliable when it comes to French football. So we'll see what he has to say. This is what he said about PSG. Chelsea are ready to offer 80 million euros for Achraf Hakimi if PSG go ahead with a bid of 70 million euros. PSG have made advancements in the deal in recent hours. PSG are said to be also offering a massive salary which could sway Hakimi from joining Chelsea to PSG. And we got more news from Mohamed Bouhafsi where it said PSG have come close in recent hours for Hakimi. Hakimi's priority is PSG. Talks have resumed and the transfer could be around 70 million euros with bonus. So that complements exactly what has been said over here. But the good news is that this from Mohamed Bouhafsi is saying that Chelsea are ready to up the bid if PSG actually do come in. So Chelsea are more than ready to take this seriously. And this is where we find out where our priorities lie. And I just done that like Gordon Ramsay, you know, yeah. If you watch Gordon, you know. But this is where it's going to show. Chelsea, when we want a player, we get them. No matter how hard or how, crazy it gets, we always get them. If it means up in the bid, if it means trying to get one over PSG, we do it. Now, the one thing that Chelsea have is offering a player as part of a deal here. PSG are not doing that. Now, what way is this going to sway? Because Chelsea have money, whether it's 60 million euros or 50 million euros or whatever, plus Marcus Alonso, whereas PSG have 70 million euros. And that's it. Now, as Mohamed Bouhafsi has said, Chelsea are ready to put 80 million euros on the table if needed. That would tempt Inter Milan. Would PSG offer more than that? They can afford to. But I don't think they will. Just for the sake of the fact that it would result in a lot of money. It's big money for a player like Hakimi, where you're putting more money than what he's actually worth. And I don't think PSG would do that. Chelsea have the make weight. Chelsea have a player as part of a deal here. Inter Milan would happily take just money because they are desperate. And this is where PSG, in a sense, have the advantage. But I just don't think PSG would break the bank for a Hakimi. I think they'll push as far as they can. But the fact that Chelsea can still up it with good money, possibly the same as what PSG are putting on the table now. But on top of that, we have Marcos Alonso. Or a Zappacosta or an Emerson, and I don't know which one it's going to be, but I think it's more likely to be Marcos Alonso, as that's what I think Inter Milan would choose if they had to take a player. I think Chelsea will get a deal done. Now, the latest has said that Hakimi himself would prefer PSG, and PSG are more likely to offer higher wages, and that I agree with. Chelsea are very, very adamant about not breaking the wage structure. Chelsea are not a club to destroy the wage structure. They want to make sure that everyone is on a level playing field. They want to make sure that there isn't any player that's getting huge amounts of money compared to the rest of the squad, or is being favorited compared to the rest of the squad. Chelsea don't function like that. PSG would happily do it. You see the money that Neymar is on. It's stupid. And he should not be on that money. No football player should be on the money that Neymar is on. I mean, Neymar, in that contract for PSG, he gets paid, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was 2 million euros. He gets paid 2 million euros to go and clap to the fans after a game is done. That's in his contract. He's obligated to do that, and by doing so, he gets 2 million instantly. By doing that, he goes, game's over, walks to the fans, 2 million in the bank. Mad. I'd happily clap. I'd clap for 24 hours, right? For 2 million in the bank. Happily. 24 hours. Start now, right? At the time of this recording, it's 6:15 p.m. Start it now. You'll find me clapping up until 6:15 tomorrow, and I will happily keep doing so. 2 million straight into my bank account. Thank you very much, PSG. That is the sort of stuff that is in Neymar's contract. Chelsea don't do that. We don't function like that. At least Chelsea, and I think it's an English thing. English clubs do function with a bit of sense. We don't go overboard in that manner. Yes, the Premier League's filled with money and there's incentives and all of that, but when it comes to logic, we do hold a bit of logic when it comes to this sort of thing. PSG don't. PSG will happily go, you want how much? You want 600 grand a week? No problem. Let's get that written out for you. And that's where I think Hakimi would prefer PSG. Because rightfully so, he's looking out for his own career, he's looking out for his bank account, he's looking out for what he's bringing into the bank. It's as simple as that, and rightfully so. Every player looks at their own interests. So when it comes to that, I'm sure he would choose PSG. But if PSG are eliminated out of the equation, if Chelsea do come with a higher bid, if Chelsea do come with a bid that makes Inter Milan go, no, we're just going to have to accept this, and PSG, look, can you match it? Can you up it? No? Alright, we're going to have to talk with Chelsea then. No PSG, we'll accept Chelsea's bid. That is the power that Chelsea have. And as long as Chelsea do that, Hakimi would be more than happy to come to Chelsea. That is for sure. Because even though, yes, PSG would break the bank for him in terms of wage structure and in terms of salary, he'd still be getting a good wage at Chelsea. Let's have it right. Yeah, he wouldn't be getting £10 an hour. Let's just put it that way. He'd be getting very, very comfortable money. He'd be one of the highest earners of the club. He'd be playing in the Premier League. He'd be based in London. He would be upping the levels. For his career, it's a good thing. He would happily do it. Obviously, though, PSG can bring more sauce. Now, What's going to happen? We'll wait and see. But as Mohamed Bouhafsi said, and this is the positive sign to take from this, is that Chelsea are ready to up it if PSG do actually come with this bid, where it looks like they are going to do so. The last couple of hours, it's been hectic because many Chelsea fans have been panicking on social media, thinking, oh my goodness, PSG have come out of nowhere. We might actually lose this war or this race. Nah. Chelsea will win this race. If Chelsea really want to win this race, Chelsea will win this race. That's how Chelsea functions. So I want to reassure all of you. If Chelsea want the player, Chelsea will get the player. If we don't get the player, it means Chelsea weren't willing to go that extra mile for the player. It's as simple as that. And that means we weren't really in for him 100%. We just kind of wanted him. So you'll get to know the priorities of the club. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you want Hakimi? Do you think that this is a necessity? Like, yes, let's do everything we can to get Hakimi. Right now, it looks like Chelsea are in that logic, are in that mindset. We do want Hakimi. So hopefully we do end up getting him. I'm positive if we go for him properly, we will get him. So let me know in the comments, what do you want? Let me know of the latest. I'd love to hear it. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded, as I've said. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch. I'm doing the England-Scotland watch-along, and then I'll post a match review on here for the double upload of the day. So thank you all so much. I will see all of you later on. Have a good one. Catch you later. Take care, and peace.